The kingdom of Assyria arose around 1400 BCE and was one of the first new empires in Mesopotamia. The Assyrian Empire occupied the northern part of Mesopotamia and what is now northern Iraq. The land where Assyria was located was easy for outsiders to get into and attack. So the Assyrians learned to be skilled warriors and decided to strike instead of waiting for it to be attacked. They conquered lands from the Nile River in modern-day Egypt to the Persian Gulf. King Sargon II was the most important leader of Assyria, ruled from 722 to 705 BCE. Kings ruled this massive empire with absolute power, meaning that whatever the king decided became the law. The Assyrians developed a system of communication with riders on horses, delivering messages across the empire within a week. This kept the king and his governors in contact. They also developed trade networks as far as the Mediterranean. Nineveh, Assyria's capital city, became a center of learning. It housed one of the world's first libraries, storing a collection of dried clay tablets. The Assyrians were defeated by the Medes, the Persians, and the Scythians in 612 BC. Babylon and the Chaldeans. Around 612 BCE, Babylon rose again under the Chaldeans, people originally from Chaldea, who were masters of mathematics and astronomy. The Babylonians were the first to identify 5 of the other planets: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. They learned about the planets and stars by actually assigning workers to chart them every night. Remember the order of the first civilizations of Mesopotamia with this mnemonic device: Sumerians, Assyrians, Akkadians, Babylonians. Starving apes attacked bananas. Check your knowledge. Civilization is a society organized around the central government with a way of food production, a system of writing, art and building, and job specialization. The first civilization in Mesopotamia is Sumeria. Sumeria developed around 4000 BCE. When the civilizations develop, the civilizations need cities, government, religion, social structure, writing, and art. And it also needs good location to settle down. Geography helped civilizations develop with water and mountains. For example, Babylon could develop because it was close to the water. For example, and Assyria could not develop much because the location didn't have many mountains around, and it made the outsiders attack easier. So the geography was important because the location people lived decided how well they developed. 3. Cuneiform is a way of writing based on making wedge-shaped impressions. They are made of reeds on soft clay tablets. Cuneiform was important to the Sumerian society because it helped to keep records and write stories and poems. And if they didn't make cuneiform, we wouldn't know how to write. 4. City-state is a city that acted as politically independent states. Each city-state had their own government, army and king. The Sumerian kingdom was made up of city-states. 5. King Sargon I was the king who led Arcadia for over 50 years. He was the first great king in history, and he united the Sumerian city-states. 6. The Babylonians achieved many things in history, and one of them was to identifying 5 of their other planets: Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. They study about planets and stars every night. 7. Hammurabi was the most well-known Babylonian leader. What he contributed to the Babylonian Empire was that he made the very first laws, called Hammurabi's Code. The Hammurabi's Code let people know how they would be punished if they committed a crime. And they knew the punishment would be as bad as the crime. So in those days, the number of crime decreased.